know I'm outside right now. I'm undefeated tonight. 2-0. 3, really. Because when niggas see me, they fucking just pulled off. Don't drive off when y'all see me outside. I'm outside right now, nigga. I'm outside right now.
Working on a weekend like usual. Way off in the deep end like usual. Niggas swear they passed us, they doing too much. Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up. Virgil got a paddock on my wrist going nuts. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Someone hit your block up, I tell you if it was us. Man, a house in Rosewood, this shit too plush. Bitch, this is fame, not clout. I don't even know what that's about, watch your mouth. Maybe got an ego twice the size of the crib. I can never tell a shit, it is what it is.
Yeah, it ain't safe outside right now. Don't beat no cars up when you see a nigga sleeping. I'm outside right now.
Is a split decision draw. Both fighters. I may be the sports greatest chefs after all. Didn't I say at the top, barring a draw?
The draw was, you know, what I wanted to hear. If anything, I won this fight. I hurt him way more than, you know, he did. And Brian Castano's a tough warrior. You know, he gonna give a lot of people problems. But like I said, my power is something serious at this weight division.
Emotional damage.
Come on, Mel. In the words of Uncle Ben, speaking to his grandson Peter Parker, with great power comes great responsibility. And you need to take great responsibility when it comes to you falling short with your power. If you didn't knock him out, then you shouldn't even be speaking on that power. You did the same thing against Tony Harrison 1, and you didn't win that fight.
A few moments later.
I'm hard on myself right now, but you know, the shit. It is what it is, man. Stay up, man. Fuck that. I ain't no loser, you know what I mean? I don't fucking take losses easy. I don't even play video games because I don't like losing.
Emotional damage.
Jermell has a history of throwing temper tantrum when things doesn't go his way. So, you know, you're about to hear him speak on his power and blah, 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 blah in this next segment here. So just pay attention, because he can't take a loss.
Cameron Buford, LA News Observer. Mr. Jermell, yeah. You're already talking about the next fight. What can you do differently, or what will you do differently to pull out the victory next time?
So I hit hard, you know what I mean? That's what I use my power. You know, a lot of people use their skills and they use their, I have skills, I have power, I have speed. So just going back in and regrouping and just replaying the fight in my mind, you know, I try my best to, you know, land that right shot and just get the night over with, you know what I mean?
You just heard it there from Jermell. He tries to use his power in every situation. Other people try to use their skills, etc., etc. But if this is championship boxing, and if you want to excel on the championship level, you're going to have to use more than just your power, because power isn't going to get it done in every match. And he just learned that against Tony Harrison, and he damn sure learned it against Brian Castano. Or did he? Or didn't he? Excuse me. Let's continue.
A few moments later.
You're romanticizing over your power. There's more than one way to win a fight, and you need to learn that. You definitely need to learn that. And Derek James, how is he ever gonna get better if you don't tell him the truth? See, the truth in that fight was he needed a knockout to win, and he never got it. Hey, that's just my personal opinion. But it's facts, though.
Any question? Jermell, first of all, congratulations. Wonderful performance and a very entertaining fight.
Now I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Does that look like the mannerisms of an individual who feel like they truly want to fight?
No, sir!
Or is that a person who knows that they went out there and they got their ass whooped? I'm just saying. I'll leave that up for you guys to decide. Let me know in the comments.
Emotional damage.
You gave your reaction to when Derek James told you to get the knockout. I guess my question is for Derek. what was the reasoning or just the thought process in that moment? Obviously, being ringside, we didn't hear it on the telecast, but we did find out that was said. What was just the reason behind that?
The reason why I said it was because you have to find some reason to inspire the fighter. Even though you looked up at the scorecards, at the judges, the unofficial judging, they had him down. And so I said, listen, we need to pick it up. We need to go out there and get it. And that's really what he did. So that's really what made me do it, was because I saw it up there, and Joe was telling me about the company, was telling me about it, they had him down. So that's why I was like, we need to pick it up.
Now, fight fans, I've watched this fight on numerous occasions with the sound on, with the sound off, just so I can make sure that I give an accurate depiction on what I truly felt as though took place in the fight. And another reason is, it's a hell of a fight. But every time I watch this fight, I find more reasons that I can honestly give it to Brian Castano. So do you guys believe anything Derek James is saying here? Because I, for one, find it to be bullshit. And honestly, I truly don't even feel Derek James is the right coach for Jermell. I honestly feel as though he's overrated. I think his brother has a better two coaches with Ronnie Shields.
I mean, he won the 10th and the 11th. He hurt him several times.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
He was losing that fight. That's why he said it. And another thing, he was being dominated in that fight. That's why he said it. Of course they're going to try to put together this fluff piece right now because they walked away with a split draw, so this is nothing more than a softened PR campaign to try and save face of what was a very, very grueling, tough fight for Jermell. And very much so an ass whooping. But hey, I'll leave that up for you guys to decide. But that's just my personal opinion, excuse me. Reaper gang shit.
Well, the 12,
I was a little bit on that.
Yeah, you let him off the hook. You should have put the, I told you to step on the gas, we need a knockout. So you should put it on, put the feet on the pedal to the metal.
Listen, man, I'm not one of these dudes that's gonna lie to y'all. I'm not one of these pundits that's gonna save face for interviews and none of that shit, man. All of that shit they talking is straight cap. It's straight cap. Look at his face. Look at Jermell's face. He know damn well he could have put whatever pedal to the metal he wanted to in the 9th, 10th, and 11th. He still wouldn't have won that fight. I'm sick of this bullshit. I'm sorry, I got a little excited.
You've said many times in the past that you needed to fight someone better to show everyone what you really have. And I think it's clear now that Brian Castano is by far the best guy you've ever fought. He was in control for a lot of the early part of the fight. Obviously, you dug down deep and landed those big shots in round 10 to turn the tide. But how much better do you think you can become now that you fought someone like this?
I don't think he was the best fighter.
Derek, go ahead.
You asked me, but I don't think he was the best fighter he ever fought. He only had.
Who's better than him?
He only had his way when wait. He only had his way when Jermell stayed in one spot on the ropes and was doing this. Other than that, he really wasn't not the best fighter he ever fought. I think Tony Harrison was probably better than him.
Hold on. Wait just a minute. So if Tony Harrison was a better fighter than Brian Castano, then I guess we would have to agree that your fighter lost that fight, correct? Correct, right? So there was nothing to dispute about the Tony Harrison one fight, correct? You would have to agree that he lost that fight. If Tony Harrison performed better than Brian Castano, man, get the fuck out of here. These dudes do not understand the shit they be saying out their mouth, man.
Hard on myself right now, but the shit. It is what it is, bro. Stay up, man. Fuck that. I ain't no loser, you know what I mean? I don't fucking take losses easy. I don't even play video games because I don't like losing.
Emotional, damn it!
Tony Harrison did better than Brian Castano?
Hell yeah. Yeah, listen, man. He only, the shots he was throwing,
Bro,
he
you
was
need
not
to
landing
go
on
back
punches.
and look at the fighters that we fighting, bro. We not fighting low caliber fighters.
That guy, he might listen to me, like,
You kept a lot of the game,
no
man.
shot.
Simple as that.
And
You watch boxing, you know.
round.
Tony Harrison beat him. What you talking about?
I understand that's your brother Jermell, but you're known to fight low caliber fighters. The problem is you got to take low caliber fighters and put them above what they really are, because you're constantly looking normal in the fights with low caliber fighters that you should be smoking and running through. But that never really happens. I mean, you guys just sound like sore losers right now, and it just shows the level of the lack of professionalism that you guys have as fighters, because you guys always try to belittle, the pundits every time that they're not on you guys' side. And that's a huge problem with boxing that we have today. Motherfuckers, say how you really feel about the shit and stop trying to toe the fence for these dudes, man. Because they don't give a fuck about you.
Bro, come on, why you fighting Spurs? You fought in Spurs now. He didn't fight the whole
next
fight.
I feel like he's trying to win the end of the round every round, though.
He tried to steal it in the...
Emotional damage.
A few moments later.
Thank you very much for coming up today. To be honest with you, I feel great. I felt great in the ring. I feel great now. It was a tough fight, of course, but I feel that they robbed me. That's the way I feel. I'm not saying I'm not taking anything away from Charlo. He's a big puncher. He caught me with some good punches at times, but I survived, and overall I think I won the fight. And of course, needless to say, I won the rematch, because he still has the 3 belts that I need and that I believe that should be mine.
Now, fellow fight fans of the world, I will say this, you know what I'm saying? Brian Castano has every right to stand on the foundation he is standing on, whether it is the post-fight press conference or it's going forward and leading with the confidence, in which he has going into the next fight. Because here's the deal. Oh, he definitely won that fight. Oh, he won that fight. And anybody can dispute that. I'm cool with that. But he won. Yo, post-fight interviews tell a lot about a person, and I wish I had the footage to pull up for you guys right now to show you exactly what I'm talking about. But when Jermell Charlo was asked about the rematch, what did he say? He said, I want to talk to Al first. When Brian Castano was asked about the rematch after they got the split draw, what did he say? I need that back. I need that rematch. I need those belts. There can only be one world champion. You see the difference in the heart there? You see the difference in how each other feel about the situation there? What I'm saying by that is, if you really felt like you won, you would already be demanding that rematch, wanting that rematch, and wanting to go straight into it. And there was only one individual that wanted to do that, and that is Brian Castano. Find the footage and tell me I'm lying. Now, we do know this fight is supposed to be coming up on March 12th and March 19th. I believe they haven't gone through with the official fight date, but I mean, I'm looking forward to it. The first fight was absolutely amazing, and if it's made up anything of what the first fight was, man, we are in for a hell of a fight. But I'm not giving any predictions right now. All I can say is, man, may the best man win. But when it came down to Castano versus Charlo 1, I definitely gave that to Castano. As we always say at the end of this shit, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Will Jermell be delusional about what's taking place, or will he learn from his mistakes? I do believe he can, but I don't know if he'll be victorious. So as always, it's the motherfucking boss. Respect.